Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk. And happy Monday. So every once in a while, people like to tell me, how about that hair? This is pretty sexy hair. Try not to just be in awe of the hair this morning. Every once in a while, people tell me things that people say about me in the community. 9 times out of 10, they are nice things because I try to be a nice person. And every once in a while, they are not nice things. And, we always talk about the fact that our mind goes to the noise and we find ourselves sort of dwelling on the negative. Because I think it's human nature to want to change someone's mind, change their view of you, change their opinion, when you know that what they're saying is not just. Like when people go, oh, she's brash or blunt or loud, I don't feel the urge to run into the community and change that because those things are true. But when people form opinions of me based on one part of my life, it's frustrating. For example, there are people who base opinions on me over the fact that I was on a television show. Whether they watched it or not. Most of them did. Let's keep it real. And they doubt my ability in my day-to-day life. It's almost like doing the show somehow discredited me as a professional or as a wife or as a mother, like the very act of being on the show, because they're not smart enough to know what goes into getting something like that off the ground. You see, they think, I want a show. Poof, I have a show. I'm on television. Look at that. They have no idea about concepting and branding and budgets and line sheets and showrunners and production companies and deals and networks and advertisers and how much business goes into something like that. They couldn't possibly know. But isn't that how it is in our lives most of the time, when somebody finds one thing about our life and makes a snap judgment, and that is how they see us based on one thing? Sometimes it's something we did when we were young. Sometimes it's something that happened as our marriages were ending or friendships were falling apart. And they define you by one small aspect of your life. Jersey Belle was 8 weeks of my 39 years. 8 weeks. I have food in my refrigerator longer than Jersey Belle was on the air. And there are people who feel good about making judgments about me based on the fact that, and they can't even say anything bad about the show because there was nothing bad about the show, and there won't be anything bad about the next show. And that'll really piss them off because I'm not a person who makes bad TV. I just wouldn't do that. If I wanted to make that kind of TV, I'd be in my 3rd season on Bravo throwing chicks out the door. That's not my style. So it fascinated me to the point that it enraged me. And then I realized that it's what we talk about on Coffee Talk all the time. We can't change people's opinions of us. When people make judgments about us, any judgments, but especially on one part of our life, they hear, she's divorced. Oh, she's divorced. Oh, she's divorced. He then start throwing rocks, or she was friends with so-and-so and now they're not friends anymore. They know no details about why, but boy, they want to form all kinds of opinions and judgments. And I go, you know what? I used to want to try to change your mind. Now I realize your mind is too small to be changed. And it says so much more about them than it does about us. It says so much more about somebody who looks into someone's life and forms judgment based on a snapshot of their contribution. And then takes that snapshot and puts it in their mouth and walks around taking bits and pieces of it out of their mouth. I mean, if you want to carry me in your mouth all day, I mean, that's cool, I guess. I feel like there are a lot better things that you could be carrying around, the messages you could be spreading. And I was thinking about it this morning, like, okay, Jaime, don't come off as angry when you do this coffee talk. And I'm really not angry. I'm angry that, no, I'm not. I'm actually not really angry. I'm not angry at anything. Okay, I'm lying. You know what I'm angry about? I'm angry that when I am made aware of these people who make these snap judgments, I then feel negative things about them. So it changes me. You see? That's what I'm angry about, because I'm working so hard to stay on my path. And when people cross my path, and they will, who want to hurt me or bring me down or discredit me because they're threatened by me or you, it changes us, because the negative has a chemical reaction. We become engaged. We feel, why are you doing that? We either get angry or we get sad or we feel disappointed or whatever. And then our chemical makeup has been changed. I am angry that other people's opinions of us have the ability to change us, even temporarily. That frustrates me. But remember this: you are not your choices. You are not one mistake. You are made up of a lifetime of experiences. So even if you had a falling out with a friend and everybody else in your life took that person's side, it still does not define you. If you are divorced, that does not define you. It's how you handle those situations that defined you. People who form snap judgments about us based on one decision or one experience, I'm like, really? But then I go back and I go, Jaime, you used to be that person. You used to be that person. So you know where they're coming from. When someone is threatened by someone else, it is easy for them to form judgment. So when someone forms a judgment about you, however quick or snap it may be, know that it is coming from a place somewhere that they feel threatened by you. One person's desire to discredit another only comes from threat and insecurity, nowhere else. Because if it was legitimate, if any of these people, and I'll use myself as the example, truly questioned my professionalism, truly wondered if I could run a magazine or a PR firm or write for Yahoo or whatever, they would come right to me and say, I don't believe you are the right person for this job. But they never do, because there's no merit. It's all noise. So this Monday, no, you are not your mistakes. You are not 8 weeks of your life. You are outstanding, just as you are. And so am I. So when people make snap judgments about us, we go, oh, that sucks for you. You must feel incredibly intimidated by how outstanding I am. And then, if we are really big, we turn to them and go, but the truth is you are outstanding too, so there really is nothing that you need to feel threatened by. That is the next step. We may not be there yet, but we're working towards it. It is Monday. I love you so much today. Have a great day.